the swamp.
We're the Evergreens and we just arrived in New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans is such a vibrant and iconic city full of great music, food, and culture.
We're gonna be here for the next 4 days and we're so excited to take you guys along with us. I think first on the list though, we gotta grab some New Orleans food. What do you say?
Let's do it.
We back on the other side of the sea.
Any time we came to the famous Cafe du Monde to try their beignets. These are incredible. They come out hot, they're crispy on the outside, very doughy on the inside. It's not rare to find a line here, but you can actually just skip the line and sit down at a table. The line is for takeout beignets.
Guys, these beignets are insanely good. This is actually our second plate. It comes to like $4.25 for 3 beignets. Cafe du Monde is also famous for their cafe au laits. Their cafe au lait is made with chicory coffee and milk, and you have to try it iced as well as hot. We got one of each and they're just delicious. They go really well with the beignets.
There's just a pile of powdered sugar on top, and there's powdered sugar all over the floor out here. You definitely know where you are as soon as you get here.
Oh, this is amazing.
But we put up the water sound in it. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. I need dollars, dollars, dollars for the lead. I need dollars, dollars, dollars is for the lead.
So we just walked over to the French Market from Jackson Square. The French Market is a covered street market here in the French Quarter that runs about 5 blocks. There's tons of great food, it smells amazing, and there's local artisans selling their goods, so you can take home some souvenirs from the French Market.
This market originated in 1791. It started as a Native American trading post. It sits along the Mississippi River, and then over the next few centuries, immigrants from Europe, Africa, and the Caribbean came over and opened stalls in this market as well. Carousel Bar inside of Hotel Monteleone. It's so fun. You can pick a seat at a movie carousel. And A is getting sick right now because you get motion sickness very easily.
Yeah, it's literally the slowest moving ride I've ever been on, but I'm like looking around and things just like slightly moving and starting to feel sick, so.
So we booked a swamp tour. There are a lot of different companies that do the swamp tours, but we booked with Cajun Encounters. They picked us up in the French Quarter. We just arrived to the swamp area. We'll put the name of it on the screen because I forget.
Oh, this is the Pearl River we're on. It's 448 miles long. It starts 440 miles behind me in Jackson, Mississippi. That's the American alligator. Less than 5% of them live to see adulthood because of the poor motherhood of the alligator. The only contact she has with her babies is when they hatch out, they go into the mother's mouth and she goes to the water's edge and lets them go. Yeah, piggy, 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 piggy. Piggy, piggy. Now that's the wild hog and the barrel hog, guys. Ain't no be fussing now. We got company here. Y'all hear that? That's the bullfrog. Water comes up out of the swamp, river and goes out into the swamp. We call that backwater. That's where we get our crawfish. The crawfish ain't plentiful this year. They are none, hardly. At least we caught one. That's why I brought y'all by, so y'all can see how the swamp really was. It wasn't just friendly. That ain't no way to be, buddy. Thought you was better. You fired.
What's his name?
Louis.
Louis.
Really?
Alright guys, so we just wrapped up our swamp tour with Cajun Encounters. We can't recommend this tour company enough. Our captain's name was Xander. He was so funny, so many dad jokes, but he lives right here on the swamp.
That's where I live right there. I have a tree growing through my house. How y'all doing? Welcome to the swamp, guys.
There's a naked lady on your deck.
There's a what? A naked lady. I told the wife to put some clothes on before I left. Chomp it down, buddy. Good thing it ain't an Alka-Seltzer, you'll blow up.
He was very knowledgeable about everything in the swamp. And a little fun fact, this swamp was actually used in the animation of Princess and the Frog. Disney put cameras on the boats out in the swamp to give their animators an idea of what a real swamp looked like when they were animating the film. Also, the tree that inspired the wishing tree in the Princess and the Frog was in this swamp as well, so we got to see that. And this was a perfect time of day to do it with the sun setting and the light coming through all of the trees.
So we're on Bourbon Street right now. We came for dinner. We wanted to try the famous Charbroiled oysters that everyone talks about in New Orleans. So there's a lot of debate on who has the best, but we settled on Felix's. We love their neon sign. I think this is going to be the perfect place to try them. Oh, that's really good. Oh my gosh.
These are so good. You can see on the bottom how they're charred. You get a little bit of that burnt taste with the oysters, but in the best way. They're made with breadcrumbs, Parmesan, and butter, and then they give you a big piece of bread with it to dip in the butter, which is what we'll be doing next.
Look how big this one is. It's insane. So our waitress at Felix's was so sweet. She gave us beers for the road since we were her last table of the night. So we're just walking around checking out some more of Bourbon Street. It's definitely a lively crowd for a Wednesday night. I think it's always like that, but probably even more escalated since it's the week of Jazz Fest. It's a beautiful day here in New Orleans, and we're gonna kick it off by doing a walking food tour through the French Quarter.
This video is sponsored by Get Your Guide, so we're doing our food tour with them.
Yeah, we're excited. Our tour is about 8 people, so it's a nice, small, intimate group, and I think we're gonna cover some really great food.
But once we start to incorporate rice, now we're not just a French culinary city. You go to a French restaurant, you want some rice on the menu, right? So once we add that in, we're really starting to forge our own culinary path. We said that in burn, baby. That's blackened.
We're at Pepper Palace. They have a bunch of things for us to sample, from wing sauces, hot sauces, Bloody Mary mix, salsas, and pickled things.
So there's a hot sauce in the front of the store, and it's actually so hot that you have to sign a waiver if you want to sample it. I don't think we're going to be doing that today. I don't want to ruin my taste buds for the rest of the tour. What do you think?
I'm gonna pass. Just tried some habanero pickles. Habanero pickles.
It's the afterwards.
Yeah, like filled, and my mouth is on fire. Now we're going to get something sweet. So it's perfect.
Well, when they got here, they realized we don't grow almonds very well, but we do grow pecans. So they swapped the almond for the pecan, and because we are who we are, and because of the Caribbean influence here, that turned into brown sugar and white sugar and butter and cream. It's just better.
Dad just took us to NOLA Po' Boy.
We sampled the muffaletta here, a catfish po' boy, and boudin balls. The muffaletta and boudin balls were
chef's kiss.
so good.
There were 3,000 Sicilian-owned businesses here at one point. Elsewhere in the U.S., Sicilians were 25% of the Italian population. And then you got your remoulade on the table. Remoulade, that's a sauce here in Louisiana. We treat remoulade, everybody else treats ketchup.
So we just wrapped up our food tour and walked down the street to the Sazerac house. We have another tour booked. It's back-to-back tours today. But the tours are free to do at the Sazerac house. You just have to reserve your spot ahead of time online, and there's tastings involved. I don't know much about the Sazerac cocktail, but we're about to learn.
Part of the museum portion. They gave us 2 samples already, and now we're at like a virtual bartender.
I'm gonna make your meal real special. I'm gonna use a copper mug. I swear it tastes better that way. How you liking that? Oh, Buffalo Trace is one of my favorite bourbons.
Apparently that's all you get here. It's just a virtual bar.
It's pretty cool that they give you history of each drink, and the museum's really fun to walk through. They have a lot of the old marketing and of course the history of the Sazerac family and how the Sazerac cocktail came to be. Some perks of the job.
There's a few perks for sure.
And I feel so blue about you. 'Cause I'm a many miles from your love. Man, oh, don't worry. My friend, doing something different. We live the life we choose, fight we kill. Oh, we were young and sure to get away.
So it's our last morning here in New Orleans, and we decided to book a walking tour of the Garden District. The Garden District is so historical. There's a lot of celebrity homes here, and there's just so much to look at, and we felt like we could get so much more out of a tour.
Yeah, the vibes down here are completely different. It's really easy to get here. You can just take a streetcar. It's only $1.25 each time you take the streetcar. So we spent all of yesterday at Jazz Fest, and we filmed a full vlog for our Patreons. If you want to see that video and more bonus content, you can click the link in the description below.
Also born and raised New Orleans local. Go on YouTube, you can watch the trailer. You'll see Brad Pitt up on that porch.
We're always like 10 steps behind the tour.
He's got this famous quote, and I love it. He says, a certain person moves to New Orleans and a piece of their chromosome is repaired. It said that she'll never sell this house, so her children always have roots to the city in which they were born. So we love her for that. At over 10,000 million square feet. It is 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and today it is estimated to be worth about $6 million.
So we just wrapped up our walking tour. We ended at Lafayette Cemetery. It used to be open to the public, but unfortunately due to individuals vandalizing and just taking advantage of the cemetery, it's now closed to the public. You can book a private walking tour, and it's just a small fee, but you have a tour guide that will take you through the cemetery and tell you the history about it. And the money that you pay goes to the preservation of the cemetery. Their burial process is very unique here in New Orleans. Obviously it's above ground tombs.
They're gonna chisel that brick and mortar white, slide the casket inside, leave the body there for 1 year, 1 day. The day, superstition. During that time, summer happens. These tombs will reach upwards of 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Basically, it cremates the body without flame. Then after that year, some of the family are saying it's gonna come back. They're gonna take a 10-foot long push broom. They're gonna sweep the remains, do some bones, teeth, and ash. It's gonna drop down a shaft. It connects directly to the earth, goes dust to dust, ash to ash. And there your remains will mingle with those of your ancestors for eternity. Basically, what the system means, these tombs never fill up.
So we just had brunch at Molly's Rise and Shine in the Garden District. We both got breakfast sandwiches and their roasted carrot yogurt. The breakfast sandwiches were absolutely incredible. I had the Grand Slam, which is a popular menu item there, and I think it was the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had. So I highly recommend that place. It's very quirky and nostalgic with the decor too. Now we're running to catch a streetcar so we don't have to take another Uber.
Well guys, our time in New Orleans has come to an end. We're actually here in the Dallas airport right now. We have a small layover until our next flight, but we had a great time in New Orleans and love taking you guys along with us.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and introduce yourself in the comments below.
And we will see you guys on the next adventure.
Yep, we'll see you soon.